of 3 o'clock Eastern.
A little earlier, Chris, and first time back in Sacramento in 17 years. They're looking forward to it, and we'll have a great field. Now, the man that won the first match, they used to call him the fireball out here on the tour because he threw the ball so hard on his first shot, 21, 22 miles an hour. He's learned to slow it down, control it, finesse the ball in the pocket. And he's trying to win his 2nd consecutive match. First shot.
Come on, baby.
And gets that. 4, 6, 7, 10.
What we have here for Phil Ringener is he has to get the ball basically over in this area and just take a chance in sliding one of the pins over into the 4-7. Very difficult shot. Best to go for just 2.
So Ringener starts after his victory in the first match with an open frame. And he knows what those opens can do because the man he defeated had back-to-back opens in that first match, Chris Warren. Now a good look at the 6-footer, 250-pound Mark Bowers of Aberdeen. 2nd television appearance ever. His other appearance was in Rochester in 1990, where he finished 4th.
Well, the big guy is really all strikes, and you can see from his profile that he's low. He's cupped underneath the ball, gets a big loft out over the foul line, and when he gets striking, Chris, tons of strike. You see that inside-out release, the big snap, that ball errant to the left side of the head pin, but he has an easy spare.
And missing it.
Unusual, although we have seen that before. Remember Amleto Monticelli
Yes.
in the Firestone Tournament of Champions last year against David Ozio in the championship match? Missed the 5-pin. That is completely unexcusable and so unfeathering to a young player like this. How is he going to recover? Boy, oh boy. Can't ask for an easier spare, and he misses it.
Monticelli, incidentally, finished 26th this week. Tom Baker, 27th. That's the way to come back. Now, can Ringener, he had an open frame.
Well, you see Phil Ringener right here, starting in this area, a slide in this area, pretty straight approach.
Coming up high, and Phil's really coming out of the box a little slow here in his 2nd game of the afternoon.
Well, this championship pair, Chris, has historically been one of the toughest pairs. What he has to do is get the ball over by the 3-pin, let the ball deflect into the 10 to convert the 3-10 split. Pretty easy for a top pro.
All right. All right. Wide World follows us as it has for all these years, ABC's 1-2 punch. And today it's the World Challenge of Champions. Men and women, 3-time defending champ Brian Boitano against Orser and Scott Hamilton, Debbie Thomas and Rosalind Sumners trying to defeat the famous Swiss Miss, Denise Bellman. That will be immediately following us, along with the Athlete of the Year presentation. Wide World. All right.
Gets the wall shot, a good break, keep it thin, and watch him spin. Now you see how Bowers is playing the championship pair. It's way over here on the left side of the approach. He'll slide at the foul line here. Pretty straight shot. He has to give a lot of room.
Trying to take an 11-pin lead was Mark Bowers of Aberdeen.
Got a great break there, Chris. He had the 2-8-10 standing. The head pin swirled in behind the 2 and 8, knocked him out, left him the 10-pin spare. But remember, he missed the 5-pin in the opening frame, so this has to look like it's awful small, 60 feet away.
All right. 5-year veteran Mark Bowers described earlier how he developed more consistency in recent years.
Well, it seemed like I've learned to play the different conditions a little different and try to stay a little more under control. You know, it's a little different from bowling legs where you just, you know, every ball seems like it just goes right to the pocket because of the lanes. And out here, it's not like that. You need to make a little better shots and stay under control, and I'm trying to learn a little bit every year.
And that's the way to do it, Chris. And I figure there's about 20 pins difference between Tour Lanes and the PBA.
You remember this tune recorded by Chubby Checkers 30 years ago?
See Sacramento Open begins an hour earlier than usual. Next Saturday on ABC's Promoters Tour.
All right, we go to the capital city of Sacramento a week from today for the finals of the ARC Sacramento Open. There's a new time, not 3 Eastern, our customary time. It'll be 2 Eastern, 1 Central. Next week's telecast. Phil Ringener now. He has a strike up. Big shot. You heard the ohs and ahs from the crowd, leaving the 1-2-4-10. Let's see what he'll do now with this split. There they are. To the left of center. Lots of speed, and that's the way to do it. The 1-2 pocket on the left, and Bo, you did that often in your career.
You're right, Chris. I left it a lot of times. I didn't make it quite often. That's the reason I'm down here with Harry Sullins, who's going to be in the semifinal match. Harry, you're a proven winner out there. You get to go against a player who's never been in the winner's circle. Do you feel you have an advantage in that match?
One small advantage is that the experience. Sure, I've been there, but you know, it's a one game. Anything can happen, and you try to take them one frame at a time, and hopefully my experience will win out, and we'll just have to wait and see.
I think with the experience, Chris, he does have an edge. Back to you.
And Phil Ringener, trailing by 10, putting some pressure on another non-winner, Mark Bowers. Mark finished 56th last week in the AC Delco Classic at Gable House in Torrance. Last year earning $31,478, cashing in 13 of 24 tournaments. So with the 310, Mark Bowers in our second match. If you just joined us, the first was won by Phil Ringener over Chris Warren, 204 to 168.
Chris, and the scoring is low, and as you see Bowers cutting through